Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. For today's fun and festive makeup, I did a Valentine's Day inspired makeup tutorial. I have truly been so busy with school that I have not been able to film a lot, and I'm really sorry. I really want to get back into it because I've seriously missed it so much. I feel like it really completes me. I look forward to filming these really fun videos and getting in front of the camera and talking to myself pretty much and doing what I love. I know that kind of sounds weird, but I love it. So yeah, I'm really sorry that I haven't been I've been kind of out of the loop lately, and I've literally posted one video so far this year and it's halfway through February almost. Oh, and side note, I have press-on nails on. I haven't had long nails like these in 4 years. I know, it's crazy. Last time I had acrylics was my sophomore year in high school, and I'm a sophomore in college. And I really, really like them. They're a really pretty mermaid sparkly color. I just think they're so fun. And so yeah, I just feel so bougie with them on now. Okay, enough babbling on. Let's get on to this video so you guys can see how to recreate this bright pink makeup. Alright, I'm going to get started with the face first, and first I'm going to prime my entire face with the Huda Beauty Pre-Base Makeup. I just have it in this little container. So I'm going to be using one of my favorite foundations, and this is the Too Faced Born This Way foundations. Absolutely love the finish and the coverage and everything about this foundation. And to pat that into my skin, I'm going to be using one of my favorite brushes ever. This is the IT Cosmetics Love This Foundation buffing brush. This was limited edition back in October for breast cancer, but this is just a basic buffing brush that they have, and I think they do sell a buffing brush similar to this, just not in the heart shape. But this is perfect for Valentine's Day, just thinking about it. But yeah, I really, really like this brush a lot. Just the fibers and the density of it. It really buffs in and pushes in the foundation really, really nicely. So I highly recommend the IT Cosmetic brushes if you haven't tried them, because they're definitely worth a try in my opinion. Make sure you bring that foundation down your neck. You do not want a foundation line, because there's nothing worse than a foundation line in my opinion. And then I'm going to go in with the Beauty Blender and just go over the top of that, just so we can push in the product more, soak up any excess product on the skin, and just give it more of an airbrush look. For corrector, I'm going to be using Dermacolor, and I'm going to be using D63. It's just a very beige pink color that will help hide our dark blue areas underneath the eyes. I use my finger just to pat that in. This product definitely works best with your finger instead of a brush, but if you have acrylics or press-ons like I do, definitely be careful so you don't poke out your eye. And then for concealer, I'm going to be using one of my all-time favorites, and this is the Nars Creamy Radiant Concealer in Ginger. I am going for a glowy look, so this concealer is perfect for that. So I'm just going to apply it from the inner corner, bring it down to the edge of my nose right there, and just do a few sweeps up just like that. And then I'm going to use my Beauty Blender, and I'm going to pat that in. Personally, for me, I like to work in sections. I don't like to have just to do the concealer and everywhere all over my face where I want it, and then to blend it in with the Beauty Blender. I just feel like the concealer could sit on my skin for too long and it will be harder for it to blend out. So personally, this is how I like to do it. And then a trick, if your foundation is a little bit lighter than your body, when you're highlighting your face, it's really easy to lighten your entire complexion with it. So when choosing a color to highlight, I would suggest going maybe a shade or two lighter than your natural skin tone instead of going 3 to 5, just because you want it to be not as bang highlight, because then it'll just make your face look super light. So for cream bronzer, I'm going in with my absolute favorite, and this is the Chanel Soleil de Tan, one of the best cream bronzers I've ever tried in my entire life. I highly recommend this. To apply that, I'm just using this Morphe M555 brush, and I'm just applying it to the tops of my forehead. I like to be bronze up on my forehead and then more contoured on my cheekbones and everywhere else. So this is how I'm going to do it. I'm just going to keep it on my forehead. And this brush is seriously like one of my favorite brushes to cream bronze with, just because it's so dense. It picks up a lot of product, and it also can be used as a buffing brush, so you can really blend that product out on your forehead. For cream contour, I'm going in with the MakeupForever Pro Sculpting Cream Contour Palette. I'm first going to contour my cheekbones, so just draw a line down. Then I also like to give a little taper up there, just to give the illusion of more of a taper cheekbone. And right under my lip. And I also will put that right underneath my chin, so I don't look like I have a double chin. And then I'm lightly going to take that on my nose. Actually, lightly was not used, so if you guys want, you could also use it on right here if you want to make your top lip look a little bit bigger. Just kind of place it right up there. To blend that out, I'm going to be using this brush that we use for a cream bronzer, and I'm going to use it on my cheekbones to go sweep back and forth, and then also swirl it a little bit. And I also like to drag it upward. And for my nose and my lips, I'm going to switch to the Sigma P82 brush, which is a very tiny buffing brush. And this will just help keep the contour concentrated where we put it in the smaller areas of our face. To set my under eyes in the places where I highlight on my face, I'm going to go in with the Laura Mercier translucent powder. I'm just using the Morphe E48 brush, which is seriously one of the best brushes to set your under eyes and your highlighted areas, because it's so small and it's tapered to fit underneath your eyes. So I've really been loving this for setting my under eyes. Next, to set my entire face, I'm going to go in with the RCMA no color powder, and I'm just setting my face really lightly with this, just because I still want my face to look glowy and not super matte, so I'm being a bit more sparing on it, but I also want to make sure my face is set, so when we put on all our other powder products, they will go on smooth and they will blend out really nice. So I did my brows and my eye primer off camera, so now we can start straight into the eyeshadow. And the first thing I'm going in with is the Too Faced bronzer, and this is in Milk Chocolate, and this is going to be our transition shade. And I really love this bronzer as a transition shade. For my skin tone, I find that it is such a beautiful neutral brown that doesn't look too warm in the crease. If you have darker skin, I suggest using more of a really warm medium tone eyeshadow. Like I think Frappe from Makeup Geek I've used on people of women of color, and it looks really great. Or even Anastasia Caramel. Those are some great options as a transition shade. Next, we're going to go into the Colored Rain eye palette, and this is in Lovelies. And then we're going to be using this shade right here on the corner called Daydreaming. It's just a really pretty muted rosy blush shade. And we're just going to place it right into the crease. It's okay if a little bit goes down on the eyelid, just because we're going to be cleaning that up with our lid shades. But you don't want this eyeshadow to go really far up, because the pink, having like a really pink crease could make you look like you have a pink eye, and we definitely don't want a pink eye. So placement of pink eyeshadow can be tricky, but if you just keep it right directly in that crease and you blend it out really nice, it should look beautiful. Next, we're going to deepen up our crease a tiny bit more, and I'm going to be using a blush, and this is a blush from Nars, and this is the shade Dolce Vita. Grabbing that on the same MAC 217, we're just going to again pop it into our socket, keeping it below our transition shade. Now switching brushes to a Delium blending brush. This is number 776. And the reason why I switched was because I wanted a brush that's a bit more firmer, just to help blend out more. If you use a firmer brush, you're going to have better luck blending out harsh edges than a fluffier brush. Next, we're going to carve out a little bit of our crease. And to do that, I'm going to be using the MAC Pro Longwear Concealer in NW15. And the reason why I chose this color specifically is because I wanted a light concealer shade so our glitter could stand out. And this does have more pink undertones instead of the yellow undertones. And that is because we're using a pink glitter, so I wanted the pink glitter to stand out and not be competing with like a yellow base undertone. And I just like to pat it in with my finger. And then over the top of that, I'm going to use the Stila Magnificent Eye Metals Glitter, and this is Sea Siren, which is a really, really pretty pinky color with like a blue undertone to it. It is an awesome color and like super fun twist for Valentine's Day. First, I'm going to place a really small amount on my eyes. And then with the Dose of Colors concealer brush, we're going to blend that out all over our eyelid. And then to do the outer part of the eye, I'm going to go in with the Smashbox Cover Shot Ablaze eyeshadow palette. And I'm going to be using this shade, this berry shade right there, which is called Nirvana. I'm just going to use the 217 that we're using in the crease. And I'm just going to tap that right on the outer part of the eye. And then I'm also going to sweep it down a little bit and bring it in. Going back in with the Delium Tools brush, I'm just going to blend the eyeshadows together so there's no harsh edges and everything just looks very blended and put together. And to finish off my under eyes, I'm going to go in with the Hoola bronzer. I like my under eyes to be dark underneath just to open them up more. When you use concealer on your eyelids and you put it all the way underneath and all the way out, it actually loses its shape, just like when you put on foundation you kind of lose your dimension. So I'm adding a dark bronzer to the bottom of my lower lash line, and for underneath my eyes I'm going to add a little bit more of Daydreaming from the Colored Rain palette, and I'm going to be using the MAC 217. And then going back in with the Smashbox palette, I'm going to be using this dark brown right here, and this is called Dark Horse. And I'm going to be using a flat definer brush, and I'm going to be packing that on my top lash line and my lower lash line very close to my lashes. And then I'm going to use the Dose of Colors brush, and I'm going to buff that Dark Horse shade with that brush on the lower and upper lash line. For mascara, I'm going to be using the Too Faced Better Than Sex. Now moving back onto the face, we're going to do some contouring, and I'm going to be using the Hoola bronzer to contour, and I'm going to be using the Morphe Y11 brush. So I'm just going to start from back of my ear and drag it to the corner of my lip, and then brush upward. My chin right here, so there's no double chin. And then to contour the bottom of my lip and my nose, I'm going to take this contour right here. This is from Anastasia. It's in the shade Fawn. I'm just going to pat down my nose. I don't like a lot of contour on my nose, so that's why I'm patting it instead of sweeping it. For blush, I'm going to be going in with Nars Orgasm, which is a beautiful pink color that will correspond with our eyes and the rest of our face. I'm just lightly tapping because I don't want a ton of color, just because I don't want my cheeks to be competing with my eyes. So I'm just putting a little bit just to add some color, but not overwhelm my cheeks and have just too much pink on my face. And then going in with one of my all-time favorite highlighters ever. I feel like this is like a favorite video or something, but I'm going to be using the Fenty highlighter, and this is in the shade Killawatt, and I'm going to be using the extra sparkly side. I'm just patting that on my cheekbones with this Real Techniques brush. I really love this Real Techniques brush for highlighting or setting like my under eyes with powder. It's an awesome brush. And now I'm switching brushes to an eyeshadow brush, and I'm just going to run that down my nose. Then also underneath my brow. Okay, so now we're going to finish the eyes, and I'm going to do some eyeliner. So this first one is the Too Faced Perfect Eyes Perfect Black eyeliner, and I'm going to be tight lining with this. And then for my waterline, I want to add a little bit more definition, but I don't want it to be too much. So I'm going to be using the Urban Decay 24/7 Glide On Pencil in Underground, which is a really pretty light brown metallic shade. For eyelashes, I'm going to be doing them off camera so we don't waste some time, but no surprise, I'm going to be using my favorite pair ever, and this is the House of Lashes in Boudoir Lights. So I definitely want the eyeshadow to be the attention, so I'm going to be using more of a natural pair for this look. So let's move on to the last part, which is our lips, and I'm going to line my lips first, and I'm going to use the Kylie Jenner lip liner in Candy K, which is my personal favorite lip liner ever. And then for lipstick, I'm going to be using Anastasia liquid lipstick in Pure Hollywood, which is a beautiful light pink liquid lipstick shade. And to finish this makeup off, you could keep the lips matte, but I'm going to put a gloss on it because I love gloss. And I'm going to be using the MAC lip gloss in Ice Dream, and this was limited edition with their holiday collection, so I don't think you can get any more. I'm really sorry, but it's just a really pretty sparkly beige color. So this is the completed makeup look. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. I hope you guys enjoy it and like this really festive, very pink makeup for Valentine's Day. I know it's not the most wearable, but I wanted to create something that was fun, and I love wearing pink on Valentine's Day, so I usually do neutrals, but today I just decided to do something like really fun with it. Since I am single, I feel like I could definitely have fun with my makeup, but I mean, even if I was dating somebody, I would still wear crazy makeup, but that's just me. But anyway, I hope you guys really like this video, and let me know what kind of videos you guys want me to film in the future, because I would love to hear what you guys want me to film. I already have some ideas from some subscribers that I really want to film very soon, so if you leave me comments, they're still in my head. I just need to get around to filming them. Thank you again for watching this video, and I will see you in the next one. Bye guys!